I hope you don't drink this. What does it say? Y'all can't get this in the UK. Britain, y'all can't get this. Y'all can't get this down there. It's an exclusive.
Ricky.
Yeah. I'm a dog, I pull up a bitch. Trying to cut off my neck on my head. Every show I'm moving with sticks.
This is now known to be one of the worst waters to drink. It makes you more thirsty, makes you more dehydrated. And these Father Dead homies. It smells like somebody's grandma was outside in the yard. But don't ask me in the comments, Rick, how did you even get that? Y'all can't get this in the UK. Alright. To all my UK subscribers, I know I got a lot of y'all, so yeah, this is that Dasani right here. It's that exclusive right here. Throw all that shit over there. We do not drink water on this channel. Do you think we drink water? Water is not good for us. That is water that my grandma was sipping on 20 years ago, and I went to her room and found it in her closet. So don't go. You thought you said Rick, we don't drink water. Water is not good for you. I better not catch none of y'all drinking that doing my video. We drink that sweet tea. Hey man, I got a banger for y'all today. Why can't you buy Dasani water in the UK? I don't know. But this is highly requested. And the crazy thing is, we have Dasani water right here. Yeah, in America. But it's your boy. Okay, Rick. doubleK. Okay, gang, you're not part of that. I'm part of the party gang. The KeepKlimbing Family, the KeepKlimbing gang, man. It's here. We ready, man. Only make you laugh, make you smile, and only good vibes only. And only make you knock your auntie, sister, cousin wig off. They come here drinking water, and they might not come here drinking that Dasani water. Let's get into this reaction. Let's see what it's talking about. Why can't you buy Dasani water in the UK? I don't know. Y'all let me know. But we finna find out, I guess, right here. I gotta get you some of the Dasani.
This is a bottle of Dasani, Coca-Cola's brand of bottled water. It is basically Coke without the syrup. Like most...
What the fuck? I've been drinking Coke without the syrup? There's no fucking way. Coke without the syrup? I gotta stop wetting up this floor. Coke without the syrup? Coca-Cola without the syrup? This, I did not know Coke made this water. What the fuck?
Bottled water, it is tap water that's been purified and then had tiny amounts of minerals deliberately added back into it.
Tap water that's been purified. I've been drinking tap water. I've been drinking tap water.
Except not quite. This is a British Dasani bottle from 2004, which is the first and last time that you could ever buy Dasani water in the UK. And the story of why it failed here is one of the greatest marketing disaster stories in history. But it wasn't until I started searching through newspapers and TV shows from 2004, that I found that the tale is a little more complicated than I thought. A little more complicated than a lot of the world thought. And it starts years earlier. Through most of the 1980s, bottled water was something expensive that got ordered at fancy restaurants, and it was only by the early 90s that it had started to become a thing that everyday people might want to buy. On Christmas Day, 1992, British sitcom Only Fools and Horses made fun of that trend by having its main character, lovable rogue Del Boy, sell tap water from South London as Peckham Spring bottled water. It's a slow and old-fashioned comedy by today's standards, and the episode is really weirdly paced. You're two-thirds of the way through before anyone actually starts bottling water. But because it was the Christmas Day episode in 1992, back when most British households only had 4 channels of television, that show was watched by more than 20 million people, more than a third of the entire British population. And the final joke of that episode is that the water is contaminated by some chemical barrels that Del Boy dumped in a local pond in the first act. It is, to be fair, a brilliant closing gag, and it's one that's stuck in the British psyche. The BBC reran the episode another 5 times in the years after. It'll have been on cable and satellite channels many more times.
He walking down the street with his cool ass. And he gonna talk the whole video like this. Is he gonna move? Is he gonna cut? No, this is just he just walking and talking. Yeah.
I would guess that by 2004, when Dasani launched, about half of the country, maybe more, could understand Peckham Spring as a reference, or at least remembered that time Del Boy tried to bottle tap water. Now, under UK law, mineral water is a protected term. Mineral water must come from a certified underground spring.
Ain't that like,
it must not be chemically treated in
that
any
ain't
way,
like carbonated water,
it's
no?
generally under heavy regulation. And back in 2004, the perception was that bottled water meant mineral water. Why else would you buy it? It's something you can't get at home. Over in America, though, the home of Coca-Cola, the perception of bottled water was that it was just that. It's water in a bottle. You were paying for the convenience and the taste, and it didn't really matter whether that came from the ground or from a water purification factory. To be fair, there are large parts of America where the tap water does not taste or smell good, and their federal standards aren't great, particularly compared to Europe. And anyone who has ever taken a vacation to Disney World, for example, will...
No, bro, that Dasani one, bro. I've been drinking Coke without the syrup in it, bro. Ain't nobody tell me this, bro. And I told you we don't drink water on this channel, but you know, sometimes in life you do get thirsty. And y'all didn't tell me that Coke was Dasani water was Coke without the syrup. Y'all didn't even tell me that, bro.
The tap water around Orlando can smell a little sulphury. But in the UK, the perception was different. You were buying mineral water because it was natural. It had been filtered through rocks for eons. It was classier and fancier and perhaps healthier than what came out of your tap. That's rubbish, of course. We have some of the safest tap water in the world, and did back then too, but advertising is powerful, and the idea was that bottled water was filtered and pure straight from the earth. It was somehow better. Coca-Cola were trying to introduce an American-style filtered tap water to a British mineral water market. Now, they were not lying about their water. Their marketing didn't use the phrase tap water. They preferred purified water, but they weren't
purified
lying.
water.
It says on the back of the bottle, their process precisely delivers pure, still water. The public might have assumed it was mineral water, but Coca-Cola never said that. In fact, what they had done is spend a long time with focus groups, taste testing and refining the mineral balance and the flavour of the water, making a version of Dasani that was ideal for the British palate. Dasani launched with the first stage of what was going to be a £7 million advertising campaign on February 10th, 2004, and it went okay for weeks.
So
the
this
British
is
public
like a
either
whole
didn't notice or didn't care.
educational video talk.
Americans don't seem to care. There were occasional rough patches for the launch, like shop, but on the whole, it went okay. A lot of articles written more recently claim that Coca-Cola's first blunder was copying an American Dasani slogan, "Can't live without spunk," which has a very different meaning in the UK. But I don't think that's true.
What does that mean in
The
the
only
UK?
actual evidence I could find of that slogan is a screenshot on had been
I'm trying to get to
successful.
the point, y'all.
And then it all went wrong. Very, very quickly. Exactly 3 weeks after launch, March the 2nd, most of the major British newspapers simultaneously put out big stories announcing that Dasani was bottled tap water. Most of them...
Wow, we've been drinking tap water, Coca-Cola's 95 bottle.
That episode of Only Fools and Horses, and all of them made a lot of noise, implying...
How Coca-Cola is selling water from the tap. Ain't that a bitch. Coca-Cola, you fucking...
Perhaps they didn't put it in quite so few words.
morons.
A lot of people...
I've been drinking Coke without the syrup, and I'm mad because you know Coke is good with the syrup. It's good.
News saying that your product is a rip-off does make a big difference to sales. But why was it suddenly news everywhere at the same time after 3 silent weeks? The missing piece of the puzzle is one journalist called Graham Hiscott, who worked for the Press Association. And as he tells it, as part of a brilliant half-hour documentary made later that year, he happened to be flipping through an issue of The Grocer, an industry magazine, at work one day. And, you know, that's an event that the documentary asked him to recreate for some reason. Now, The grocer is an ideal source for journalists looking for the next story about a product recall or a weird marketing strategy, and that issue of the magazine had a feature on bottled water. And there was just one line in one article describing Dasani as a mineral-enhanced treated tap water, which when written so clearly seemed odd. So Graham called Coca-Cola and they said...
United States in 1999. I was born when they was doing this bullshit. I had just came to Earth when they started doing this bullshit.
Yeah, Dasani is treated tap water from the main supply at their bottling plant, right there, in Sidcup, South London, 10 miles from Peckham, where that episode of Only Fools and Horses was set. A few hours after that phone call, there was an article on the Press Association Newswire about where Dasani came from. Articles on the Newswire don't usually go straight to the public, they go to other journalists first who can use them or adapt them. And the editors at most of the newspapers correctly decided that yes, this was something their readers would be interested in. 6 months earlier, when Coca-Cola was setting out preparations for their Dasani launch, the grocer had run a small article about it. And there's a line in there that's prophetic. One senior buyer warned that some consumers may be put off by the water's lack of provenance. And now, Coke bottles tap water for 3,000% markup was on the front pages. But Coca-Cola and Dasani soldiered on. That didn't kill the brand. They put more marketing budget behind it. They gave away free bottles in supermarkets. Another article in the grocer from back then.
They giving out. Damn, Coca-Cola, y'all was giving out. Dasani, y'all was giving out free bottles.
Many people who do not know about Dasani now. I cannot imagine how much we would have had to spend to get that level of awareness. There is a theory that there's no such thing as bad publicity, after all. The final nail in the coffin was the contamination. They'd had a bad batch of calcium chloride delivered right here. It's one of the chemicals they use in the purification process, and tests revealed that their water contained above the legal limits of bromate, a cancer-causing chemical. There wasn't anywhere near enough in the water to do harm,
You can catch cancer drinking this shit? You can catch cancer nigga. Y'all, if I don't make it to the next couple videos, y'all, Rick died drinking Dasani.
There was enough that it was outside the legal limit, so within 24 hours, every unsold bottle was recalled back here, and the shelves were empty. Just like Del Boy, not only had Coca-Cola sold tap water in a bottle, but they sold tap water in a bottle.
Tap water, I've been drinking tap water in a bottle, yo.
Never launched in France or Germany like they were planning, and to this day, if you type Dasani into Google UK, you get results about the disaster. News reports from 2004 on the first page. Coca-Cola launched other water brands, of course, but
wow,
as far as I can
that's crazy,
they all
UK.
Look spring waters or
They tried to do y'all bad down there in the UK. So down here in America, I'm drinking tap water. This is fucking bullshit, bro.
Not hooking up a purifier to the tap. Not over here. There are other folks selling purified tap water, of course, but that's usually the cheap option on the shelf. Not that it matters. It's all just water. And I reckon Coca-Cola could absolutely have made this work. Maybe they still could. There is a world in which one journalist didn't use the words tap water, or another journalist didn't happen to look at one particular article, and where the launch went just fine, and Britain got used to the fact that drinking bottled, purified tap water could be normal. After all, if it had been a popular brand, no one would want to admit that their purchases might be questionable. It's a lot easier to just say,
that's crazy,
that's fine,
bro.
Of course, I know it's tap water. Then go, hang on, I've been paying how much for what? And worry that you might have been ripped off. I don't think the Dasani disaster was inevitable. But it happened. And all that's left, 16 years later, is a few bottles like this.
Wow. Shout out to Tom, dude. Tom Scott, my good man. That was a good video today, y'all. I didn't think it was going to be that good. That video just made me very depressed because last night I got thirsty, y'all. And all I had in the refrigerator was a bottle of Dasani. Leave a like on the video. If Rick don't come back in the next couple videos, you know what took me out? This damn Dasani. And I don't even drink water. But that's all we had left. So you gotta deal with me, people. I know I come on here every video and tell you not to drink water because water's not good for you. But now, I've reached full limitations. Full limitations. I don't even know if that's a word. I hope it's a word. Limitations. I'm flabbergasted. I want to puke right now. I've been drinking Coke. I've been drinking tap water. Purified. Coke without the syrup. Coke without the syrup. Coke without the syrup. Leave a like on today's video. Join the family, join the gang, the doubleK, the Keep Climbing family, the Keep Climbing gang. Keep climbing. And hey, let me know what the react to next, what you want to see next. Comment down below, send it to my DMs. I follow back, I show love. And hey, block out negative people, negative energy, and negative vibes. And always stay positive. And remember, we all got a mountain to climb. Keep climbing.